Hello, welcome back to the SML podcast, playing the field with Field General 007. It's been a long time. We're back, and we're going to cover kind of the hiatus and also the meat and potatoes of this video. But first, we need to congratulate Governor on yet another Super Bowl victory here in the SML. It's his back-to-back, looking to build his dynasty. Really didn't have much of an issue dispatching the Falcons. I think it was like 34-17 or something like that. So congratulations on that, man. It's definitely an accomplishment. And in Madden, you don't really get to celebrate the Super Bowl a whole lot, you know. And after you win that first one, it's kind of like relief when you get back to the game. And then after you win, it's not so much excitement anymore, at least from my opinion and kind of what I've been told from other people that, you know, like Prime, you know, what he and I kind of talk about. It's not, you don't really get that same excitement anymore. It's almost relief that you don't have to worry about trying to get back there to get the chip again. You know, hey, you did it. So congratulations though, man. I know you don't get the parade or any of that kind of stuff. It's kind of a short-lived victory before you start grinding on another season. That's kind of part of it, I guess. You know, like in the NFL, you go February till September before the regular season starts. So, you know, you got a good chunk of, what, 7 months there to really salivate, celebrate, go to the White House, have your parade and all that. You don't really get that here in the SML. You know, you might get a trophy or, you know, back in the day when Prime and I were in SGC, I used to make banners, and we would piss all the guys off on there. We'd hang these banners up on his ceiling and take a picture and post it in there. But, you know, it was good times. It's always fun. So anyway, we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of this video. I guess real quick, though, I'll cover why the videos dropped off. For one, and probably the biggest reason, is internet. My internet is so spotty. I'm supposed to get 24 download, 4 upload. I do not get that. Today I'm getting like 4 download, and I don't even know how much upload we're going to get. So with that inconsistent speeds, when I upload a video, a lot of times it will cancel. It'll stop that upload on YouTube. I have to restart. And most of the time you're looking at 400 to 700 megabytes for a video when you have like actual video like this. So it does take some time when you have crappy internet. So it's just kind of disheartening. And as a creator, it's hard to want to make content when your crap's not working. So the lack of infrastructure is kind of why you see that. Also, I was sick and then just kind of busy with work and not really feeling like it. So a combination of things. Sometimes you just don't feel like making a freaking video, and that's where we've been at. But anyway, we're back. I've got a lot of topics coming up in the next few videos. The meat and potatoes today is SML done. Is the SML going to quit early this year? Why would you say that? Well, for one, you can check out basically any Madden YouTuber out there, and they've all done videos about, is Madden broken? The new title update, everyone always says, hey, you know, it fixes one thing and breaks 7 other things, and that's the truth. It's the God's honest truth. Every time they fix one thing, they break 7 other things, and it's like this game's almost unplayable. When you're winning, you're able to, it kind of minimizes that, you know, you don't really pay as close of attention. Like, yeah, you get aggravated during the games when, you know, those glitchy plays happen, or your quarterback's missing more throws than what he used to, or the blocking's trash, or the, you know, there's certain blitzes just come off free, or certain coverages are broken. Whatever it may be, you know, whatever may be broken at that time, you're able to kind of discern some of those things because you're winning. And when you're losing, it kind of compounds that, you know, that you're able to, like, man, this fucking game sucks, dude. This game sucks. And honestly, I've said it several times throughout the year and in videos on this channel that this is literally, like, I do not enjoy playing Madden. It's the same sentiment that's carried with other Madden YouTubers. The only reason why I'm still playing at this point is, obviously, the graphics are not much better this year. The gameplay is trash. So really the only reason why you play is if you're a MUT player or you're in a league. So the league is the only reason why I'm still playing, is that competitive nature, the fact that you want to win, it feels good to win, it still feels good to win. Like, you always, like, it feels like a Super Bowl, honestly, like when you beat one of your rivals or, you know, something like that, you win a tough game. It feels good, and that's why you play Madden. You play to win the game. Hello. But, you know, I don't know, this game is, it's the worst one that we played in a while, and honestly, I think EA needs to address it. I think it'd be hilarious, and needs to happen, is people hit him with a class action lawsuit, where people get together and say, you're not putting out the product that we paid for, and they've reduced the game to $40. So go ahead and refund us all, send us all a check for 20 bucks, or deduct it off the next Madden, give us a voucher, you know, something like that. I feel like we should be compensated as a consumer, because we did not get what we paid for. then they're not able to fix it. And I don't remember if it was the last NCAA football EA Sports made or the one before that, but I remember where they finally said, hey, we fucked up. They kept trying to do title updates, and finally said, we can't fix this game. It's so broken. We're done. Batman, I think it was Arkham Knight, when that came out for PC, they finally said, hey, you know what, we fucked up. This game is trash. We're going to give you the first 2 Arkham games for free, and we're trying to make it right with the consumer. EA does not give a fuck about the consumer. They do not care. They're going to say, hey, keep giving us that MUT money. We're going to keep going. That's, microtransactions. We're doing a great job. That's what EA is about, is the microtransactions and making money. That's why they don't give you any TLC to CFM mode. But I'm not that guy that's going to sit there and kiss EA's ass. So if you want to see that, you might as well click off that video now. But I think EA should do something to make it right for the consumer, because they're not going to be able to fix the game. The patches are not going to fix this game. I hate to tell you that. If you're one of those boys that's waiting like, oh yeah, EA's going to fix it, it's just a matter of time before they get the tweaks. No, you can't fix the game after the fact. Now, hopefully next year it'll be better. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of faith in EA at this point, but hopefully they can right the ship and get it right. I don't think so. And like I was saying, the meat and potatoes of this, is the SML going to quit? No, but I think something that you will see across the platform, across Madden and online CFMs, I think people are going to quit playing because you're losing interest. When a game sucks, when you're getting frustrated time and time again due to the gameplay being lackluster, I think it's not really too much of an incentive for people to want to play the game. And I think you're going to start seeing leagues go on hiatus much earlier than what they traditionally do. We typically, like, right at the beginning of August, we'll take a few weeks off just because it's not really enough time to start another season, or, you know what I mean? So be able to finish one before the new game comes out. So we typically, like, right at the beginning of August. I could see a lot of people probably quitting like in March this year. I don't think that's going to be too uncommon. I can definitely see that happening because this game is trash. It's not getting better. Like I said, when you're winning, you're able to overlook those things, and when you're losing, like, I had a 9-7 year, so you really pay attention to that more. You nitpick it more. But it's not the first time I complained about this game, so don't feel like it's just because I missed the playoffs that I'm complaining about the game. I'm not. Check out the rest of the videos all year. I've been complaining since this thing came out. But anyway, a few other teams that I think that you should watch out for. I think the Vikings are due for a rebound season. Kind of had an off-kilter year compared to the other seasons that he's had. This Madden, I can definitely see him bouncing back. The Lions, I think, is going to be a surprise team. I think he could really make a push for the playoffs next season. The Eagles, another team that I could definitely see bounce back. I think he only won 5 games. Talented team there. It's a really competitive league when you start looking around. Like the AFC East, the new Dolphins owner 8-8, Patriots 6-9, and the Bills ran the thing at 14-2. The AFC South, of course, probably the most competitive division out there. The Colts 8-8, 13-3 Titans, 13-3 Super Bowl champion Jaguars. The Browns in the AFC North 12-4, Ravens 9-7, the Bengals 8-8. A lot of good teams out there is the point, man. There's a lot of room for improvement, and that's a good thing if you're a guy that's struggling. Like it doesn't take much to turn it around, and I think a lot of people are talking about the massive spending that's happening for agency right now. I haven't hopped on yet. I'll do that shortly after I finish recording this video just to see what's out there, but I heard that people are really bidding it up, so that's kind of scary. You got to think about funds. You're in owner mode. You're responsible for that, and you can actually be kicked out of the league by the game, not by the admins. The game can actually kick you out if you I think it's either 2 or 3 seasons in a row where you had negative funds. So watch out for that. Make sure that you're looking at your concessions and everything and trying to change the pricing to get the, maximize your profits. That way you get the best funds possible. Something you got to think about, man. That's absolutely something you got to think about. Talk about the real NFL. I'm not going to get on it a whole lot because obviously you don't want to touch anything on too touchy on a video like this, on a channel like this. But, the whole Kareem Hunt thing, not really going to address the issue itself, although I don't like the fact that it took that long for the video to come out, and then when the video came out, the Chiefs and the NFL acted like that they really gave a shit, because the negative backlash that would have came from it if they didn't. The Chiefs instantly cut the guy. I don't know. I feel like they knew more about the incident than what they let on. I also heard that Kareem Hunt lied, that he didn't disclose all the details. At that point, it's irrelevant. I don't know what's taking so long to get his suspension. They're basically going to fuck him out of 12 games or a season and a half by the time this thing's said and done before they actually give him a suspension. So that's interesting. I don't think he's going to look at any jail time at this point. It was already investigated back in February. So, I mean, at this point, I know you got your policy where it's an automatic 4-game or 6-game suspension. But what's taking so long to see? That's what I don't care for. You shouldn't be sitting there stringing this guy along for this long. Come out, say, hey, it's 6 games and $20,000 fine, and you have to do mandatory classes, or you need to do something in the community about domestic violence. You need to start raising awareness about that. Whatever you want to put the punishment, put it out there. Don't just keep stringing along. We need to see some type of conclusion to it. We need, I don't know, I don't care for that. So Kareem Hunt, from the Chiefs aspect now, you do see the scores coming down a little bit. The game's getting a little bit closer. I don't think that offense is going to be as dynamic as it once was without Kareem Hunt. It'll be interesting. Now, obviously, Patrick Mahomes has played out of his mind this year. He made the one throw in the not the playoffs, against the Ravens in overtime, where he's rolling out to the right, pew, throws the dart, gets it like just out of the fingertips of the defender, much like Peyton Manning to Dallas Clark against the Ravens in the divisional game the year they won the Super Bowl. But obviously, it's a heck of a throwing on the right and for the distance that he threw it. If you look at it, you're like, hey, it's a talented throw, but at the same time, it's like, hey, that's kind of a lucky throw, dude. Like, how many times are you actually going to get that? So it'd be interesting to see where the Chiefs wind up finishing this season out at. Are they going to be a Super Bowl champion? Is Patrick Mahomes the MVP? I don't know. That's not for me to decide, thank God. But the Rams, they finally laid an egg against the Bears. The Bears are not going to win the Super Bowl. If they make it to the Super Bowl, they won't win. Yes, they've got a good defense. Their offense has been so inconsistent, and they only put up 15 points. So that shows you, they played a really good Rams defense, and the Rams held in that game. Their defense held them in the game. Their offense kind of showed you, much like back in the day with Peyton Manning or any of these other great offenses, when you go up against great defense, you need to have a game plan. I think they threw it way too much. I only watched the first half. I didn't see a whole lot of running. When you're struggling against a team, I don't know why you're doing 7-step drops and you're seeing a lot of pressure. You need to start getting those things out quicker. Slow that defense down with screens, quick banger throws, and I didn't see a whole lot of that. I know I'm not a coach or an analyst for that matter, but it's kind of freaking common sense, dude. Like, people always say that the fans can Monday quarterback the hell out of the game. Well, it's not that hard to do when you know what's successful against defense when you've seen it. So I think the Rams will turn around. Honestly, I think the Rams will win the Super Bowl. I'm seeing that they're a heck of a team, man. They've got Jared Goff has leaps and bounds like towards the end of last year through this season. Heck of a quarterback. Todd Gurley, great running back. Brandon Cooks, and obviously that defense. So great team. The Patriots are not what they once were, and I don't think the Chiefs are a consistent enough team. They haven't really shown me, especially now that Hunt's gone. I think you're going to start seeing that issue where their offense is not going to put up the production that they were early on. So maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. Comment below what you think. Who is going to win the Super Bowl in real life? Who will be the next champion in the SML? Obviously, I got the new Christmas logo. It is December 13th. Merry Christmas to you, or Happy Holidays, whatever it is you want to say. Spend time with your family. Make sure that that's what you're doing. You just never know. Unfortunately, like we've had a couple bus accidents around here where some kids have been killed. So you just never know when that time's going to be over. And that's kind of like a serious topic. But just spend as much time with your family as you can. Enjoy those moments. Not to sound morbid, but something could happen. And if it doesn't, those little kids aren't going to be little for very long, man. Like, the older you get, the time just starts flying by. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit it with a like. Comment below, like I said, who you see joining the Super Bowl. If you're tuning in this video and you watched it for whatever reason, looking for a league, check us out on daddyleagues.com. Apply on simmaddenleague.com. We've got some other podcasts. You can check them out on iTunes, SoundCloud. We're all over the place. Follow us on Twitter at simmaddenleague. Follow our corresponding handles. Jim Rome's been burning a lot. I don't know if he needs Valtrex or what's going on. But I hope you enjoy this video and you have a great day.